Hello and welcome to Praj Knowledge Center. Before I start this technical analysis session, let me thank you profoundly for liking our videos and encouraging us to make more videos of your choice. So some of you have requested for videos on support and resistance zones or support and resistance levels or accumulation or distribution zones. So this particular video, we are going to cover all of that. It will support you in investing or trading at right points or right levels. So before I proceed further, I have a request to new viewers who have not yet subscribed to our channel. Please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon such that you get our videos well in advance, such that you get our videos whenever they are loaded in YouTube. So without any delay, let's start this session. So we know that the market moves in phased manner. Market does not move in a straight line, right? Whenever it is going up or it is going down, it will always move in phases. So let's understand which kind of phases market moves in. So if the market is going upside, you would see the market moves a little up and then it starts consolidating and it starts remaining in one area for long period of time, and it does not move suddenly up or down. And after consolidation, it moves further and then starts again consolidating. So I put it this way that when you walk a long distance, what happens? You need little more energy to walk further. So the same way the stock or indices, they also do the movement in the same way. And after further movement, it again consolidates. Then it may fall or it may further go up. It depends upon the stock or index and the kind of scenario which is emerging at that point of time. So these phases, when the market was going up or when market stopped in between or consolidated in between, these are the various phases. When the market is falling, again it bounces back a little, right? And then it further falls and again it consolidates. These are the various phases, and within these phases we find various levels or zones wherein we can find out which are the areas where we can take long entries, which are the areas where we can take short entries, or if we are already invested, where to book our profit, right? So these are the very crucial areas. That is why they are called market turning points. So let's look at what are the support and resistance levels. Before we get into the real charts, let's look at what is there in the theory. So whenever the price is going upside and it gets support at a particular level, so we draw a line below that where it has got a support. So that is called a support line, right? Here you can see in a red color or a rather pink color. So similarly, when the market goes up, but beyond one level, beyond one horizontal line, it refuses to go and it starts falling. So that is called a resistance line. Similarly, it falls and it again bounces back, but it does not go beyond a certain level again. That's been, let's say, shown by this pink line. So that's called a resistance line. And when the market further falls, it refuses to go further down, and at one level it gets a support line, right? So these are the resistance and support lines. If I put these upper price levels and lower price levels of the stock or index, this would form a zone. Let's understand what a zone is like, right? So accumulation or a demand zone is a zone where traders or investors are willing to buy the stock aggressively because they understand that at this level, accumulation and distribution balance has shifted to the demand side. That means at this point of time, buyers are dominant and the sellers have become weak. So accumulation zone is actually the origin of big upward rally in the price. It offers traders or investors the opportunity to buy at a wholesale price. So it's a very important zone for a buyer, right? So if you understand this zone, you would be able to buy the asset at very less price or cheap price or a wholesale price, right? So how do you see that in a chart? Like the price is coming down and then at one level it has gone up and then further it falls. This particular zone is called accumulation zone or demand zone. We generally buy at this level. A buy order is placed at this level. Of course, there are various techniques to buy. There are 3 entry systems, which I might cover in another video. Once you have bought your asset at this level, you would place your stop loss slightly below this lower line, below this wick, lower wick, right? So that's where your accumulation zone or demand zone is created. Of course, we will see that in detail in the real charts, right? Similarly, you see there is a distribution zone or a demand zone. Now, at distribution zone, a trader or an investor is willing to sell the stock aggressively because now distribution accumulation balance has shifted in favor of distribution side. Here at this point, the sellers are dominant and the buyers are weak. The distribution zone is simply the origin of big drop in price and downwards rally. So we can say that at this point of time, it is opportunity for investor or trader to sell and book the profit, right? Because it is a retail price. So this is also very crucial. So in a typical chart, you would see the market has gone to one level and from there it has come down, and further after a turning around, it has again gone to the same zone, and from here it is giving you confirmation signs for another down rally, right? So how do you trade this zone? You short sell here and you put a stop loss slightly above than the highest wick of previous candle, right? That's how. So it's a simple way of trading or investing in particular zones, right? So again, the same market phase, if we look at the chart of the market phase, if we look at, then now we see that this zone, this particular area is a accumulation zone, and when the market goes up, it retraces a little, and this retracement provides you opportunity to reaccumulate because price from here bounces back again towards the distribution zone or towards the higher levels, right? And at this level, in this zone, this becomes your distribution zone because price does not go further up, because at this zone the investors or traders understand that now the price has reached the retail price and this is a time to book the profit, and the price falls further. But when the price falls down, you would see it bounces upside again, right? This is the opportunity for the people who missed out to book the profit at this level. They can book the profits at this level, or those of the people who have missed out shorting opportunity at this level, they can short at this level. This is the area called redistribution zone, right? And when the price further comes down, you would see prices again bouncing back towards upside from this zone, and this is called again an accumulation zone. So what happens in accumulation zone, you would see strong hands are buying the stock from the weak hands, and in distribution zone, strong hands are selling the stock and weak hands are buying the stocks. That's where the change in behavior is happening, right? Now, after understanding the theory, let's go to the real chart and see how these levels or zones can be created there and how you can take decisions for buying and selling and booking the profits using these levels or zones, right? So this is a weekly chart of SBI. So what we would try to do in this is try to find out at which levels the price got a support and at which level price got rejection, right? So what we can do is we can draw horizontal lines. So for support, we will use green color, and because that's a support level. And we would see that, like when you look at a little longer time frame, you would see at this level, the price has got a support, right? You see at these 2 weeks here in the past, more or less at this level. And also you see closely, you got a support at this level also, right? So here as well as here, you also have a support received at this level, right? Whenever the price has come down, it got a big up rally from these support levels, right? So another support level is somewhere here as well, right? The price got moved up from here, the price got moved up from here. And if you see the price, it has gone up from here, then it has got reaccumulated here, and then it has gone up, right? So it's more or less the similar kind of market phase what you saw previously, right? Let's go further down. You would see at this level also you got a support, at this level also you got a support, right? And you would also see you got a support at this level. So these all are the support lines, right? So this support line in SBI was 22 February 2016, right? And the same support level has worked now on 18th May 2020 as well. So that's where it is said that, history repeats itself in future. So stock market is nothing but, if you study the history, most probably you will be seeing the repetition of that, not only in 2016 but also in 2014 as well as September 2013. This level has been a very strong support level, right? And also you can see in December 2011, this June, July 2009, this is the level where you got a support. Now you learn how to draw the support level. What happens at support levels? You get a wholesale price, so people are interested in buying and taking the market upside, right? Similarly, we would see that at one level the price gets rejected further. It does not go beyond that point. So those are the resistance lines. So we will try to identify those resistance lines also. You would see this is one level where the price got rejected. Another level is this where the price got rejected. Another level this where the price got rejected. And this is also one level. So these four levels, you see, at this level, price got rejected on October 2017 and again in November 2019, right? Similarly, if you go back now to the past, at the same level, you would see the price got rejected in November 2010. So these are the resistance levels. Market most of the times would be moving from support levels to the resistance levels. There would be occasionally it would be able to break those levels. You need to look for confirmation. Now this is one way of looking at the chart and finding out the levels and trading, right? But another way is if you create a zone, accumulation zone or a distribution zone, possibly you would get much better idea that within which zone you should buy and within which zone you should sell or book the profit, right? So let's remove these lines from here and instead of that create zones, right? So what is accumulation zone? Accumulation zone is where you are getting a wholesale price. This is demand zone. That means it will come where the support lines were there, right? So what we would do is we would draw a rectangle in those areas and we would draw the rectangle with green fillings such that it gives you a sense of where this kind of zone has been created, right? Where you could take the stock. So we can see that this particular zone has been acting as a accumulation zone, and this includes many support lines, right? And you can also see in the past this zone would have worked. That means this is a zone where whenever the price comes, people are willing to buy because they know that from this zone price would go up. Right? And you would also see that whenever the price has gone down from this zone, after breaking this zone, this same zone has become a resistance for it, right? Let's also draw some more levels, some more zones, right? So another zone could be from this level. How would you draw a zone? You will take lower wick, the lowest wick, and then you will take lowest close, right? So although these red candles are closing here, but then that zone becomes very, very small. That's where we have taken, or you can also take, there are no issues at this level, right? So for State Bank of India, if you see, you had a zone which was from almost 148 to 156. That was a very good buying price for State Bank of India. And now State Bank of India has moved up. It is somewhere around 186 level, right? So this is how you would create your accumulation zones or demand zones. And these are the zones where you can look for buying opportunities, right? Of course, if you are looking for the investment, you should look at the fundamentally strong companies which have got growth prospects. That's a different subject. We can cover some other day on video which we'll make on fundamental analysis. Now let's see how we can make distribution zone. Remember, the distribution zones are the zones where the price is at a retail price, where the investors or traders are willing to sell that because now supply is too much and they're willing to book the profit. So we will look at the levels where the price got rejected, right? So this time around, we would see this could be one zone, right? And this zone we would depict with red color, right? So that it is clear that this is a zone where you should book your profit. We can drag this zone backside, and you would see that this is the zone where price most of the time got rejected. And you would also see that, most of your resistance lines would come within this itself, right? Now, you need to be a little particular about it. So how you would draw that highest high here and highest closing. So which was the highest closing? This was one highest closing, right? And you can also take it for future reference. So this could be your zone 362 to 373. So this is one distribution zone which has worked in the past as well. You can also have multiple distribution zones and you can draw them, right? So one of the distribution zones we could see is here. Right. So let's say this is also a distribution zone. Highest closing is here. Right. So this has worked. And let's go back to the past and see how it was effective. Right, so see, in the past also, this has worked as a zone where prices got rejected, right? So this was the zone where you should have booked your profits, right? Now we are on a weekly chart. When you go on a daily chart, you could see these bands would seemingly be bigger and you can adjust them, right? These zones will be broader and you can adjust them. Now looking at current scenario, right? This is a daily chart of SBI, and let us draw. SBI has already rallied up from the accumulation zone. Now there might be a distribution zone getting created here, right? So let's again draw a distribution zone here. So you can see that at this zone, price is getting rejected again and again. Let's draw this highest high and highest closing. Where is the highest closing? That was the highest closing, right? Can you see that? The price has got rejected at this level once, twice, and thrice. The same zone you can also see would have impacted in the past as well. I have to drag the zone further, and now you can see possibly at this price somewhere here. Now you see that this has become this was a distribution zone here, this was a distribution zone here. In the past as well, this zone has worked where the price got rejected, and you would see now there would be a little retracement in the price in State Bank of India, and then tomorrow it may, after a few days it may break that level and then go up. But then that time, this green zone, that is previous accumulation zone, it will become now a resistance zone for SBI. So how one can do trading is buy in accumulation zone, sell in distribution zone, or wait for a breakout. So for that, obviously, you need to use some indicators or oscillators such that you can get the judgment about the strength of price, whether it is having enough volume or not, and what is the market condition at that point of time. That's another subject. But learning distribution and accumulation zone can help you in identifying the areas where the price is in accumulation zone or in a distribution zone, such that you can take your decisions wisely. You can buy and sell at right prices. So in this video, so far only this much. We will be making another video for 3 types of entries in accumulation zone or 3 types of entries in distribution zone, so that you can short the stock. In accumulation, you will buy the stock. In distribution, you will short sell the stock or book the profit. So that's for the next video. And we will also be making certain videos along with the indicators or oscillators, such that you can use them along with the distribution or accumulation zone to take your decisions. Basically, the oscillators or indicators are supportive tools which help you in taking decisions, right? So thank you very much for watching the video. I trust you are getting benefited from our stock market related videos. To get the latest information, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And yes, don't forget to press the bell icon to get notification on latest videos. To learn about the stocks, derivatives, commodities, forex, trading, investing, you can also request for videos on the subject of your choice in the comment box. Thank you once again for watching and liking the video. Please share the video with your friends and family members who can also be benefited from valuable and quality knowledge. Happy trading, happy investing.